Hello friends, welcome back to our video lecture series on course title Fluid Mechanics 2. In this lecture, we will continue with our previous discussion, numericals based on the impact of jet. So before starting, we will recall our previous discussions. You can pause the video and go through the equations of the force. Again, in the case 2, we have discussed those different conditions. Again, you can pause the video and go through those equations. Here again we have discussed in the last lecture general instruction while solving the problem. So those are the thumb rules or general rules which you should follow while solving the numerical. The same we have discussed while solving the last numerical. So you can again pause the video and go through those instructions. Now we will just directly jump to the numerical. So it is given that a jet of water having velocity of 35 meter per second impinges on a series of vanes moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. The jet makes an angle 30 degree to the direction of motion of the vanes when entering and leaves at an angle 120 degree. Draw the triangles of velocities at the inlet and at the outlet and find angles of vanes tips so that water enters and leaves without shock. The work done per second per Newton of water entering the vanes and the efficiency. The first foremost thing, we will first write down the given data and we will try to draw the inlet and outlet velocity triangles. So the first given data, what they have given? They have given jet of water having velocity 35 meter per second. That means that they have given V1. Impinges on the series of vanes, that is striking on the vanes, series of vanes which is moving with the velocity 20 meter per second. So they have given U1, that is U1 is equal to U2 is equal to U 20 meter per second. Now they are also given jet makes an angle 30 degree, that means that they have given alpha with the direction of motion of the vane when entering, that is inlet angle of the jet, and leaves at an angle 120 degree. So jet is leaving at an angle 120 degree where? At the outlet. So it is angle made by the absolute velocity of jet at the outlet, that is they have given angle made by the velocity V2 with the direction of motion of the vane, so with the respect to the horizontal. So this is the angle. They have given angle of deflection 120 degree at the outlet, so we can simply calculate beta here, 180 degree minus 120 degree, which is coming out as 60 degree. Now what we are getting here, beta is less than 90 degree. That means that we are going to make use that equation where we are going to use that positive sign VW1 plus VW2 while calculating the work done per second or force exerted by the jet on the series of plate. Now what they are asked to calculate, angle of vanes at the inlet and at the outlet tip, that is theta and phi. Again work done per second per Newton of the water entering the vanes. So here we are going to use that is equation of the work done per second per unit weight of the water, and last thing they are asked to calculate efficiency. Now we are going to draw the first velocity triangle at the inlet and at the outlet. We know that inlet triangle will be remain same. Whatever the angle of deflection is given at the outlet, that means that it will be measured with respect to this U2, and here it is given as 120 degree, and our beta is coming out as 60 degree, so it is less than 90 degree. So this would be our outlet velocity triangle. Now we can simply compute inlet tip angle and outlet tip angle by using inlet triangle and outlet angle. So first we will make use of inlet velocity triangle for the computation of angle of tip at the inlet. So angle of vanes tips, so we need to calculate theta and phi, so we will go one by one. The first we will calculate inlet tip angle, that is theta. So we are going to make use of inlet velocity triangle for the computation of theta. Now how we can compute here? We know that we can simply use the trigonometrical rule. So which trigonometrical rule we are going to use here? We are going to make use in such a way that there will be no involvement of the VR1. That means that we are going to use tan of theta. Tan theta is equal to VF1 divided by VW1 divided by minus U1. So here it is tan of theta is equal to VF1 divided by VW1 minus U1. Now we are going to calculate what we need to calculate for the theta. So we have two unknowns here, VF1 and VW1. We know that VF1 and VW1 can be simply calculated as V1 cos of alpha is equal to VW1, which is coming out as 30.31 meter per second. VF1, which is given by V1 sin of alpha, vertical component of the V1, that is coming out as 17.50 meter per second. Now I can simply calculate here tan of theta by putting the value of U1 is equal to 20 meter per second. 17.50 divided by 30.31 minus 20 is equal to 1.697. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 1.697, which is going to give me the theta is equal to 60 degree. Once I compute theta, I will move to calculate the phi. Now we know that for the computation of phi, we are going to make use of outlet velocity triangle. and we are going to use sine rule, because in the previous numerical we have got this beta is 90 degree, but here this beta is less than 90 degree. So in that case we are going to make use of sine rule. So use outlet velocity triangle for the computation of phi, and we are going to use of sine rule at the outlet, which is given by VR2, which is given by this VR2 divided by opposite angle. What is opposite angle? Here it is. So what will be value of that opposite angle? This 180 minus this beta, I am going to get this angle, is equal to u2 divided by this opposite angle. So what will be the value of this opposite angle? If this is the phi here, so the phi will be the same here, and this whole angle will be the beta. So I can say that this angle inside and between those two can be simply calculated as beta minus phi. So I am simply going to apply the sine rule here. VR2 divided by sine of 180 minus beta is equal to u2 divided by opposite angle, that is sine of beta minus phi. Now what we need to calculate here? We need to calculate phi, and for the calculation of phi we need to calculate all the unknowns what is available in our this equation. Now if you see here, beta already we have, phi we need to calculate, u2 already given in the numerical. What we don't have, that is VR2. Now we need to compute VR2 here. How we can compute VR2? We know that VR2 is equal to VR1. So those both are equal if I am assuming plate is smooth. So there is no mention for the frictional losses in the given data. So I can simply treat as VR2 is equal to VR1, and VR1 can be simply computed by using trigonometry at the inlet velocity triangle. Now what are the trigonometry you are going to use? Anything you can use here. So I am going to use simply a sine rule here. Sine of theta is equal to Vf1 divided by VR1. So I can simply calculate VR1 is equal to 17.50 divided by sine of 60. My VR1 is coming out as 20.25 meter per second, which is equal to VR2, 20.25 meter per second. By putting this VR2 value in this equation, u2 is equal to 20 and beta is equal to 60, I can simply compute value of the phi here, which is coming out as 1.25 degree. So this is our answer, required answer of the vane angle at the outlet. Now I can simply move to the next calculation. What we need to calculate? They are asked to calculate work done per second per unit weight of the water. Now first thing, we need to calculate work done per second, and then we are going to divide it with the weight of water striking per second, or you can simply go through the equation. You can simply make use of the equation directly, but as this is our first time to use this work done per second per unit weight while solving the numerical, we will simply derive the equation. How we can calculate work done per second? How we can calculate work done per second? That is given by f of x multiplied by u. What is the equation for f of x? Which is given by rho a vr1 multiplied by vw1 plus minus vw2. As our beta is less than 90 degree, we are going to make use of positive sign. So in this equation, f of x is given by rho a vr1 vw1 plus vw2. Now work done per second per unit weight of the fluid is given by this f of x multiplied by u divided by weight of fluid which is striking to the plate or striking to the curved vane, that is given by g multiplied by rho a vr1. So here is the equation, work done per second divided by weight of fluid striking per second. Work done per second is given by this equation. We are making use of positive sign as beta is less than 90 degree, divided by g multiplied by rho a vr1. So this rho a vr1 will get cancelled. What equation we are getting here? 1 upon g vw1 plus vw2 multiplied by u. We can simply use this equation for the computation of this work done per second per unit weight of the fluid, work done per unit weight of the water which is entering to the vane. You can directly use this equation, and by putting the value of vw1 and vw2 and multiplying it with the vane velocity and dividing it with the g, you will get the required answer. So what we have in this equation, vw1 we have already calculated, vw2 that we need to calculate. So how we are going to calculate it? We are going to make use again outlet velocity triangle, and we are going to make use a trigonometrical formula. This is given by cos of phi vw2 plus u2 divided by vr2, because all those are known values. What we don't know here, vf2 and v2. So what we can use here, we can use here cos of phi, which is given by adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is adjacent? u2 plus vw2. All the values are known in this equation, u2 and vr2. So I can simply compute here vw2 is equal to vr2 cos of phi minus u. This is the simplest way to solve this numerical. Otherwise you can simply remember this formula as well, vw2 is equal to vr2 cos of phi minus u. Now vw2 is coming out as 0.25 meter per second. I am simply going to put this vw2 value here, in this equation, and I can simply calculate work done per second per unit weight of the fluid, which is given by 1 upon 9.81 multiplied by VW1 plus VW2 multiplied by U. So whatever the value I am getting for the work done per second per unit weight, it is 62.3 Newton meter per Newton. Now the last thing they asked to calculate, that is efficiency. We know that efficiency of the jet is given by output power upon input power. What is our output power? Output power is given by the work done per second, that is given by rho A VR1 multiplied by VW1 plus minus VW2 multiplied by U. You can simply use those two equations for the computation of efficiency, but here I am using another method, alternative method, where we have already calculated work done per second per unit weight of the fluid, that is given by in terms of head meter, Newton meter per Newton, that is Newton get cancelled, but the unit will remain here, meter. So if I have this output energy in terms of meter, 62.3 meter, I can simply calculate input energy, that is kinetic energy, in terms of per unit head. We know that in the Bernoulli's equation, what quantity we have used while computing the energy, kinetic energy per unit weight of the fluid, that is given by V square upon 2G. Now in this case it will be a V1, so V1 square upon 2G. So we can simply use here input energy is equal to velocity head per unit weight, which is given by V1 square upon 2G. Now by dividing this 62.3 with the V1 square upon 2G, we will get the efficiency, that is coming out as 0.997. that is mean that our efficiency is 99.7%. Hope you understood this numerical. It is really easy to solve. Even you can directly use this equation as well, kinetic energy per second, input power and output power work done per second, by computing the values, and you can simply calculate efficiency of the jet by using this relationship. Hope you understood the solution of this numerical. We will solve some more numericals in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.